Going on, guys? I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. You're a returning subscriber as always, guys. Welcome back, and I do appreciate the support. Guys, listen. Today is Saturday, and I got the meet and greet set up for the day. Where I'll be is listed right below you in the captions. I'll be here at this place. I'll be here between 1 o'clock and 2:30. So if anybody comes out, we'll take some pictures. I'll shoot me a video tonight. Had the pictures up in the video. I'll give everybody a personal shout out, anybody that comes. So I look forward to meeting all of you guys. I made a YouTube short earlier that had the address and stuff, which you see still here on the thing. But this is my last time making an announcement. We're about 3 hours out. So I just figured I'd put it back up here. Let you guys see it. I look forward to meeting each and every one of you guys that do show up. But guys, I want to jump into a story. This is big news. Derek, what's his name? David Chauvin, Derek Chauvin, the cop that had his foot on George Floyd's neck and won this charge with killing George Floyd, has just been stabbed in the Arizona prison where he's incarcerated. Now, regardless of what you think, it's a good thing or a bad thing that this has happened to him. This is just one of the things that befall people when they make the wrong decision out here, when they behind the badge, or just as somebody committing a crime. You never know. In jail, nobody's going to protect you. And this is proof of it. Take a look at this story. We're going to come back and talk about this.
We begin with breaking news. Derek Chauvin, the man convicted in the death of George Floyd, has been stabbed at the Federal Correctional Institution here in Tucson. Good evening, everybody, and thanks for joining us. I'm Sean Mooney. Monica Garcia has the night off. We have team coverage of the attack. News 4 Tucson's Gabrielle Parrish is live from Banner UMC, where we believe Chauvin is being treated. But first, let's get to Cristiana Ramos, who joins us live from the federal prison on the southeast side of Tucson, with more on what we have learned so far. Cristiana.
This is the Federal Correctional Institution where sources say former Minneapolis police officer convicted of murdering George Floyd, Derek Chauvin, was stabbed by another inmate earlier this afternoon. Now, very little details about the attack at this time. The Bureau of Prisons confirmed that an incarcerated person was assaulted at FCI Tucson at around 12:30 p.m. today. In a statement, the agency says responding employees contained the incident and performed, quote, life-saving measures before the unnamed inmate was taken to a hospital for further treatment and evaluation. No employees were injured and the FBI was notified. We're told visiting at the facility has been suspended. Now, we did reach out to Chauvin's attorney's office. They would not comment at this time, but we're still following this story very closely, bringing you team coverage tonight. Gabrielle Parrish is live from a local hospital we believe Chauvin is being treated at. Gabrielle.
That's right, Cristiano. We saw 3 law enforcement officers here at Banner University Hospital. We're still working to confirm if Chauvin is being treated for a stabbing wound in the hospital behind me and what his current health condition is. Around 6 p.m., we saw 3 officers walk into their car in that parking lot over there. We saw them wearing bulletproof vests. 2 of them had on all black. Another was wearing green. We also watched them from a distance where we saw them get into a white Volkswagen and drive off from the hospital parking lot around 6:30 tonight. Keep in mind, Banner University Hospital is the #1 trauma center here in southern Arizona. Also, we are still working to confirm if Chauvin is being treated for that stabbing wound at Banner University Hospital. News 4 Tucson will continue to keep you updated with the latest information. Back to you, Sean.
All right, thank you, Gabrielle. All this comes after the Supreme Court struck down a petition from the former Minneapolis police officer. This Monday, Derek Chauvin's lawyers appealed on the basis that Chauvin did not receive a fair trial. They claimed jurors in his case had a vested interest against acquitting him out of fear of instigating more violence across the country. But on Monday, the U.S. Supreme Court rejected Chauvin's appeal without comment or a recorded vote. And you may remember that Derek Chauvin was convicted in the death of George Floyd in June of 2021. His conviction reverberated across the country and the world, sparking massive protests. Here are some key events that led up to his sentencing. May 25th, 2020, George Floyd dies in Minneapolis, Minnesota, after Derek Chauvin placed a knee on Floyd's neck for at least 8 minutes as a group of officers attempted to take Floyd into custody. May 29th, 2020, Derek Chauvin is charged with second and third degree murder as well as manslaughter. June 9th, 2020, George Floyd was buried. June 25th, 2021, a judge sentenced Chauvin to 22 and a half years in prison. In August 24th, 2022, Chauvin was moved to the Federal Correctional Institution in Tucson after a request that he be moved to a minimum security prison. Be sure to download our mobile app.
All right, guys, that's the story about Derek Chauvin and him getting stabbed up in prison. Now, I didn't know he was sent all the way out there to Arizona. Remember, he was a Minneapolis police officer. They sent him all the way to Arizona to do time. Another thing I wanted you to see is, did you notice in the video that they said he tried to put an appeal? They didn't even give him an answer back. They said no immediately. Like, no. You know what I'm saying? No reasoning, no nothing. Once this was shown and it was ran all through the media and across America, government don't want no parts of this. Feds, state, anything. I don't know if y'all remember. Remember they when they was rioting, they tore up the Minneapolis police station. Remember that? It was wild. A lot of people don't remember that when they showed. I'm like, man, they tearing the police station up. But yeah, man. I mean, things like this, crimes like this, they don't go unanswered. Just because you get sentenced and you get sent to jail and sent to prison, trust me, I know, I've been there. It don't mean that that's the end of it. You just serve time in peace. Anytime you're in prison, whether you're a cool person or a-hole, you never serve your time in peace. There will be always somebody there to challenge your manhood, challenge your heart, or somebody that just don't like you, that keep up with court cases. A lot of people don't know, just because these people are criminals don't mean they don't watch the news. They don't keep up with court cases. Even though they commit crimes themselves, they also are more interested a lot of times in the crimes that other people do that come into the penitentiary that they are in. So it's almost like a who's who of criminals that are coming in, and everybody wants to know about everybody else. They knew who this guy was before he got there, and they probably was just sitting there plotting. And when the time presented itself, he got stabbed. Now, he didn't die. Supposedly, this guy didn't die. They got him out of there, sent him to a trauma unit or whatever, outside hospital, and they saved his life. Now, regardless of how you feel about him as an officer or him as, you know, an inmate, or him getting stabbed up for what he did to George Floyd. I mean, listen, this guy got more time. The guy knew he ain't been locked up that long. Another thing is, I wonder if he gonna tell who did that to him. Because when you go to jail, it's a different world. They don't do that, no snitching and stuff. And a lot of times when you get stabbed, it's to see what you made of. I want to see if he go back to that same block or that same institution for that matter. I'm going to see if he retaliate. If he don't, because this right here, a lot of times when this happens to you, and this is the thing a lot of you young people out there don't understand. When you go to jail, ain't no guns in there. It's a bunch of makeshift weapons and all kind of stuff. And sometimes you got to fight with your bare hand when somebody get the drop on you. Ain't no boys helping you. Ain't no this, ain't no that. You got to be prepared. That's not the type of life I want. You know, luckily I escaped out of there. You know, minor bumps and bruises, but I survived. And I knew it wasn't for me. But nowadays you see a lot of people running back and forth into this type of scenario and system to put themselves back in harm's way. This guy right here be lucky if he can survive the rest of it, because now that he's been attacked, it might be open season depending on how he handles that situation when he comes back, if he does something about it or not. So a lot of times, even though you're in there, you want to mind your business, conflict will come. And how you deal with it will determine how the rest of your bid will be. I'm Stock Market Steve for the Dynamic Reason channel. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. We'll see what he's built about. But I mean, am I sad about it? No. Life is what it is. See you in the next video. Take care.